It's Tom Cartwright, 4375 at Post Office Box number 1, Charlestown, Indiana. How everybody doing this Sunday evening? So, let's see what the time is. Time is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Temperature is 39 degrees.
I hope everybody understands.
This is a 3X, so this is yours.
What makes you say that?
Because it's a 3X, but I don't see
You wear 3X all the time.
I don't see a note.
Manatees are my spirit animal! Oh my goodness.
Whoever sent this, hilarious.
Oh my goodness. Listen, I just claimed that this Harley Davidson shirt, even though it's super big on me and makes me look fatter than I already am, that this was going to be the shirt of the year. But I think I have a runner-up for when it's dirty. Manatees are my spirit animal. Well, who did it come
These
from?
look like there was no note. So whoever sent it, hopefully they're in the chat.
That's awesome. I love the manatees.
These look like more door covers. Maybe from
Good evening, good
door
evening.
covers.
Probably.
Oh.
I do love me some.
I done some cleaning in the living room, mopped the floor, I swept it, then vacuumed it,
Where's the shirt?
and all that. Took some more trash out to the burning pile. So,
It's definitely not a 3X.
I want to welcome to you my channel.
That looks like butterflies.
I talk about everything, but respect my channel. You know YouTube rules.
Your favorite?
You be respectful.
I don't have favorites. You know that.
There's Kathy.
No favorites. None whatsoever.
That's Margaret's second litter there.
What's your favorite? Elvis?
Alex is her firstborn.
She has favorites.
One of many. I usually have like a top
It was just
5.
Alex, the rest of them died when they was born,
That's fine.
There's a reason for God to, do it. Maybe there was something
We promised you to have
wrong with
we
it.
would have a sale, and that didn't happen. But we are going to have a sale tonight. So, if this is your...
So, I want to thank you. As you know, I got on the chat. My name, Tom Cartwright, 4375, Post Office Box number 1, Charlestown, Indiana. I'm not a full-blooded YouTuber until I get 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. I got more watch hours than I do subscribers. I'm up to maybe close to 500 watch hours. Say 500, that means I need 35 more watch hours. I got about 88 subscribers. Last night, my lovely daughter, Gina Riley, was on here. But I went to her YouTube channel. Either she blocked me or took it down. She had one of her videos that cooked ribs in the crock pot. I went back there today because I wanted to, videotape it, and I guess she took her YouTube channel down or blocked me. I told you sometimes she's kind of weird, but I guess she was just checking on me. She did say, I got a question to ask you. She never did come back with a question. Well, it's hard to say. What one piece of advice that have stuck with you through your life? I don't know. There's probably a bunch. Respect other people. You know, respect them no matter what they've done. Because we all is God's children. What does God want us to do? He wants us to be nice to their children. Because God has the final say-so on Judgment Day. He's either going to let you in heaven or you're going down to the fireplace, you know. So everybody change your life. And I guess since today's Sunday, you don't have to work today. At least they let you off for the Lord's Day. So thank you for joining there, Cheeto. And people also, you know, since I found out I got diabetes, take care of yourself. Make sure you eat the right thing. Cut your A1C down. They got sugar soft drinks out there. Since I like Pepsi, God bless you, Pepsi, for having sugar-free. That has helped me out on my A1C. But Pepsi's not a sponsor. They have not got in touch with me, so somebody had probably told them about my YouTube channel. And I've been doing a little research on Twitch, you know. Do you get paid? How many subscribers? It's about the same category as YouTube. You know, so I got, you know, have around 1,000 subscribers, something like that. It seems like they pay you more on YouTube, but I guess I have to research that. Any first-timers on here is just sitting back, not chatting. I was in a wreck in 2022, August the 24th. Some lady hit me in that right rear door, done over $7,000 of damage. I drove myself to the hospital, but I was knocked out maybe a minute. I remember some guy coming up to me and, you know, asked me if I was okay. To this day, I don't know who that guy was. But I was knocked out because she hit me in the left rear door. And I was stopped. She turned me around. She pulled out, I showed you where, what is it, CVS there is in Scottsburg at 31 and 56, right across from Ace Hardware. She hit, it was an older lady. And I hired a lawyer that I saw on TV. But people, if you get in a car wreck, and it's not your fault, check around and find out what the other people says about that lawyer. You know, mine was Isaac and Isaac here in Kentuckiana. And I also go by the Hammer on the TV ads. They told me when they came to my house, guaranteed to get $100,000. Ain't that a fucking lie? So, like I say, the time I pay my insurance back for medical bills, wait a minute, wouldn't that include Medicaid or Medicare? Why would I have to pay both of them? Ain't that double dipping? I would think, I'm not that smart. So that's something to think about. One thing that really, I'm glad I've been sober for 25 plus years. It could be 30 years, but I'm going with 25 plus years. I'm 70 plus years old. I got medical problems, but I thank God for helping me out, helped me through that, got me to a right doctor on my diabetes. Which people, if you got diabetes, you probably go to a family doctor. You want to ask your family doctor if there's a sugar specialist doctor. Because my sugar doctor, that's all she specializes in, diabetes. That means she keeps up on everything, the medicine you take for diabetes. So that's something to look at. Surely, since I waited until 9 o'clock to do a live stream, hoping my son ain't downloading anything. So that's something, to think about. Another video that I watch is right now he's in Florida for the winter. What the hells? He gave a little update what's going down there in Otters Creek. I guess the county's, I don't know, it starts with the L. If you're from Florida, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, them flies. I guess I turned my humidifier up. So.
A lot of tellers for health and rehab now that we're at the door. 67 on team.
67 on team. They take it up.
Well, how come RD on the scene ain't on right now? Hey, you kids settle down, mommy and daughter.
One for an overdose, unconscious, diagonal breathing.
So,
South 5th Street, you got WMS, the fire department, you could just the fire district. For an unconscious overdose, diagonal breathing, 217 South 5th Street. I'm out 2114.
New Chapel dispatch is clear. SWAT 12, 1-2.
So, the person was in there talking about the GoPro last night. I looked it up, and I saw everything that you was talking about. And
Good.
as I told you, I'm not a full-blooded YouTuber. I don't get paid. Like, what the hell's, they gave their address up, but they donate through YouTube. And stuff like that. And people does send him stuff through Amazon to his Otter Creek post office box. He done the Christmas thing back there. I think it was December the 16th for the children of Otters Creek in Weber County, or for the county children. They could be poor, they could be rich. But he believed in helping people. So,
26, 27. Real cinema. Indiana got a track. 4 Young Tom 135, UYT 135.
So, like I say, how long will I be on here tonight? And that. But I'm glad I got God in my life. He has something planned for me just like he has for you. You just have to put your faith. I can tell people, I might not like a person, because of something they did. It's not up to me. It's up to the man upstairs. He got to finally say so. I got a thing from, my picture, her name was, I think it was Lisa, if that's who I think it is, that might have been the girl that lived across the street, which my son and hers always fight either with the water hose or squirt gun. But that's okay, but I'm supposed to get that $1,000 tomorrow. Supposed to. It's supposed to deliver by UPS. If I don't get up until 10 o'clock and they come here at 9 o'clock, I'm still in bed. I won't know it's out there on the porch until I wake up to go feed the cats. You people knows I got cats. I got more than I should have. I'm out in the country. City life is different from the country. I found that out. For about a week, moving in here. Yeah, it was kind of weird. You hear all these strange sounds. I got train tracks to the east of me. It took a while to get used to that. I put me a bird feeder up. It takes a while to get used to it.
I believe call taker might put the address in Louis. It's going to be 100 Station, Tradition 100.
So, but, living out in the country is different from living in the city. In the country, you got septic tanks. You put your TP in the garbage tank, then you take it out in the garbage and you burn it. In the city, you flush your toilet paper down the toilet. And women, if you never live out in the country, you put your monthly things put it in the garbage can next to your toilet. And then you put your raincoats in the garbage can. Don't flush them down the toilet. Like I found out, I went out, checked, I found a raincoat floating around at the top. Will that Red X dissolve it? Probably not. So, when I get a paper Wednesday, I look at septic tank pumper guy and see how much he charged, I'm thinking it's around $500. But when you're only getting $1,000 from your wreck, which I'm getting screwed, another good piece of advice there, Cheeto, is don't drink. Don't do drugs. That'll hurt you more than anything. It'll cause you some medical problems. And it'll ruin your marriage or your relationship. And also, your kids will see you do it, and them kids think they're supposed to do it. So, stop all of it. Put your faith in God. Don't argue in front of your children, because when they get old and they get a mate, boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever, they're going to think that's how they're supposed to treat each other. It's time to bring the hammer down and stop it. Teach our children right from wrong. Parents, teach your boys how to treat a lady. Open the door. How to respect the older people out there. Like, as that one person said, I think it was Road Dog. When I came out of Walmart in Scottsburg the other day, I said, hello, you good-looking young lady. I made that old lady's day. I made her feel good. That gave her a reason to live. So, teach your kids to respect the elders. So, tell them, say, hello, you good-looking young lady, a good-looking young man. It makes me feel good, And girls, also, remember, your dad and mom was your age at one time. They know every trick in the book. I know no kids under 18 can be on there unless the parents is right there watching everything because of YouTube policy. You have to be over 18. When you set up your thing, you have to put no children, because the children got their own YouTube channel, which the parents have to fix it up and be right there with them. So, that's something to think about. Girls, the boys might say they love you, and they say, well, you chicken. Say, I would be a live chicken, not have any kids at 13 to 16 years old. You want to finish school. You want to go to college and make something out of yourself. Since I've been out of school over 40 years, I wish I studied a little bit harder. But I've seen kids that were straight A students wouldn't have anything to do with peons like me. If you didn't make A's or B's, they didn't want to help you. I said, I don't want to be like them. I want to be where I can help people. You know, sometimes I do help them, but you still have to be careful because sometimes that'll get your ass in trouble. So just be careful. And ladies and men, make sure your doors is locked. Because you don't know who was trying to carjack you when you stop at a stop sign or a red light. Make sure your doors is locked. You know, back when I first got my driver's license, you didn't have to worry about that crap. You know, if you screwed up, your mom and dad will whip your butt. That's what my mom and dad do. That's what they done at school. They whip your butt. But now it's illegal. Another thing I'm pissed off at, you know, my county, my state, you cannot tell your kids if they screwed up, go in there and stay in your room. Don't come out unless it's time to eat or you have to go to the bathroom. You cannot tell them to put their clothes away after you wash their clothes. You know, judges in Clark County, this one judge says that was child abuse. When they asked my daughter, so how your dad punished you? Man, I had a good lawyer in Clark County. That was Bill Clary. He was the best lawyer up until he passed away. And he whispered in my ear, said, Tom, don't lose your cool. That's what he's trying to do. And, you know something? He was right. But, you know, like my son, he's 30, 37, 38, somewhere in there. And I spanked him about every day. He's a little bad young kid. He laughed. When you spank him, he laughed about it. He laughed about it. That hurt me more than anything. Like my daughter Gina, who was on here last night. I guess she either blocked me or took down YouTube. I don't know, because she's not on TikTok either. Her husband's on TikTok, but she's not. So that's okay. You heard me talk about her in the past. Karma's a bitch. You know, she didn't call me at Christmas time. She didn't call me on my birthday. She don't even call on me to see if I'm okay, knowing I had 4 heart attacks, got high blood pressure, got diabetes. She got high blood pressure. She got diabetes. You know, that's okay. God, I tell her what to do. It's too late after your loved one passed away. I told you some things that her boyfriend did, the one from Ohio, because, you know, it came through the grapevine, through the police department, what happened. There's more I can tell you about my daughter. You know, Daddy took the blame for something she did. Which, you know, the person lied. You know, but I had a jackass for a public defender. And like I say, them public defenders get paid $600. As soon as they get that case over with, they get another case. They do not care about your rights. To them, you're guilty as hell. Uh-oh, Socks is sleeping. Hey, wake up. Wake up. You're going to sleep. Come on, get down from there. I'm not having you fall down and kill yourself. Come on. Lay there, Socks. But I told you, you can sit up there, but you can't go night-night. 'Cause every time you go to sleep, you fall out of the window. I hate to put a pillow over on by the table where you won't hit your head. Okay? I know you're an old kitty cat. I know you're an old boy. So he's got closer to me since I put him down. I know he understands me, but, 12, 13 years old, you take it times 70, he's older than me if he was a human. So you people know I got cats. You know what kitty cat needs. You can send that to my post office box. But I want to see, I don't know what the record is for YouTube. You can ask the other YouTubes, how long did it take you to get 1,000 subscribers? You can ask them. They should tell you, stuff like that. They should tell you. But maybe some of them won't. I want to get 1,000 subscribers in 30 days. It was 30 from the 26th of January. But if I make 100 a month, it'll take me a year to get 1,000 subscribers. That means I won't. That means. That's either Margaret giving Kathy a bath. That got to be Margaret, because Socks won't do it. She's a good mama, but she's not like Mama Tina. Mama Tina was a full-blooded Siamese cat. She'd take on anybody's baby. I had a calico cat at the other Ponderosa where I lived in Charlestown. Kelly, she had her babies in the bathroom, in the sink area, in the drawer. She would leave, and Mama Tina would go in there and give him a bath, feed him while Mama was gone. Mama comes back. I said, Mama Tina, Kelly's back. Come out there. Mama Tina would come out. That was, to me, I was proud of that cat. I've showed you this blue blanket. That Socks' baby blanket is like, I know it's bigger than the human baby blanket, but she's always got up on the bed, tap me on the arm, or had her claws out where I raised the blanket up. She would get underneath the blanket. Yeah, that's Margaret. You got, like I said, Margaret got a little white spot right here in her neck. Well, Alex got kind of like a yellow spot. So, plus, if you look close to her left ear, she got kind of like a little bare spot there. That's another way you can tell Margaret from Alex. Margaret is named after my late mother, who died when she was 101 years old. February would be the anniversary. She was born before Valentine's Day. February is rough for me. April is rough for me because that's when my dad passed away in April of 92. You know, I miss my mom and dad. Yeah, that's Margaret. Taking care of Kathy. Kathy is named after one of my girlfriends who passed away a few years ago. Nancy is an old girlfriend of mine. And I got an outside cat who's named Gina after my daughter. And Alex is named after one of my daughters. You know, that's okay. I know where she works at, but it's too late to get in touch and say, Daddy, I'm sorry, and all that. But like her mother has lied to her. Her mother lied to her mother, said she didn't sign that paper to change Alex's last name. I could have fought it in court. Then we had to take a break because it was notarized in front of Notary Public, which was Mark Johnson, who's, him and his wife got it from my dad and Jerome Peters, which was Peters Insurance in Charlestown. So, like I say, I got company. I think he said he'd be here at 2 o'clock, so it'd be nice if the ups man deliver it about 9 o'clock in the morning. So, I know I ask for things, but until YouTube does that, pays me, I don't get anything from YouTube. I'm being honest with you. You can send anything through Amazon. I talk about that laptop. And I need that to live stream on my computer. If any of you know about computers, you know what's HDR means. It's not compatible with Prism. People say there's other live studios you can get, but the way I've understand from other YouTube, it's the same problem. I don't have the right computer. If I had a desktop, which, that means you have to have a monitor, you have to have a keyboard and all this. Because then I can put the graphics card that I need in it. I can take the old one out and put the new one in and put more RAM in it and a bigger hard drive. So that I could do. On a laptop, I guess to put a graphics card, you have to put a whole new board in. But I took one apart and it was an HP. I got another HP. It broke on me. If I get one of those little tiny Phillips screwdrivers, I can look in there and all this and see what a graphics card looks like. But I don't know what the hell I'm looking at in a laptop computer. Got to tell the right people out there, hey, get Tom Cartwright, 4375 at Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111. God will tell these people to do that. He might tell them when they're sleeping. God talks to you when you're sleeping. I dream about girls. Sometimes the face is blurry where you don't recognize the face. So I probably know them. But, you know, what am I looking for in a girlfriend? One thing, you got to have a vehicle and a job. You got to be on the skinny side. No watermelons or cantaloupes. You know, eggs, golf balls, or tennis balls. Or maybe apples. Because I know girls by past experience that I was married to. They had back problems. All they did was fuss about their back problem. They can't help they got cantaloupes or watermelons. They can't help it. God made you ladies special. There's always somebody out there special. I'm looking for a skinny lady. That way I can carry you over the threshold. You can't be allergic to kitty cats. Either you don't have any kids or your kids is over 18. No smoking cigarettes, no alcohol, no drugs. So anybody that's watching on Twitter or you came up from Instagram, that's how come when they ask for a picture, I tell them to go to Tom Cartwright 4375 on YouTube, and you get to see what I look like, you know what my income is. Okay, people, the drugs I used to do at 12 years old were smoking marijuana. That was a thing back there then. Blotter acid, it's a little dot on a piece of paper. That was two of the things. And I used to put model cars together, and I did sniff glue. That might be how come I'm not too good with my brain, because of the glue I used to sniff to get high. And like LSD, I told you a story. I used to drink wine. We stopped up a little town on Highway 62. But we stopped in Chelsea first to get the wine and beer and all that. I went in. It was a restaurant, but a truck stop or whatever it is. It's right there on 62 at the caution light in New Washington. Went in to use the bathroom. Came out. I had an 8-track in my car, plus an AM. I maybe didn't have an FM. But there's a group called Blood Rock. You can look that up. And one of their songs was DOA, Dead on Arrival. And you hear them sirens go off, you always look, and I knew something was funny. Because the main stoplight there in Charlestown, at Main Street and Market Street, also known as Highway 3, at midnight, those lights would blink on and off, on and off. I thought it was a damn dragon. I was living in Mom and Dad's basement. And I thought my kitty cats was going to eat me up alive. But when I moved in to take care of my mom, she said, "You remember back when you were younger and you was down in the basement sleeping, you was yelling about the cats attacking you and all that?" I said, "Yeah." "Were you drunk?" I said, "No, Mom. Somebody put something in my alcohol." So I've never seen, I know who the guy that done it, but they wouldn't admit to it, not to this day. I think 2 of the guys have passed on, but But that was the two mostly drugs I did, marijuana and blotter acid. That was the two main things back there then. If I was a kid, what they got out there today, I've been dead a long time ago. You know, it was marijuana, blotter acid, and alcohol. I was classified as a teenage alcoholic and drug addict. I started at 12 years old. So, you know, that was kind of the drugs I did. I take pain medicine for my shoulder and arthritis. It's not like what my son takes, because you can get addicted what he's taking. He's probably in bed right now. He got this cream that you can't get in the drugstore. They make it up and they ship it to you. It's kind of orange. It got all kinds of stuff. You can rub it on your shoulder or your back, and it works better than the pain medicine that he takes. You know, I tried some of that, you know, put a little dab on my finger, rub it in my shoulder where my rotary cup problem is right in here. That pain went away like that, and I slept like a baby. But to get it, you have to go to a pain doctor. So,
Yeah, I'll grab some throw upstairs.
you know, Tito, what saves me from heroin, I know how you do it. It takes a needle. I hate fucking needles. That's one thing that kept me off the hard drugs. Because I don't like needles. It's bad enough when I take an Ozempic shot. It's a real tiny needle. That don't hurt. You know, if you got diabetes, them needles are a lot smaller and when you give blood. The ones they give you when you take your blood, you see how long those cotton picking things are and how big they are. You know, that's what kept me off of drugs. Yeah, that song does live with me. You know, Blood Rock, it's a group of the 50s, 60s, and 70s. DOA, Dead on Arrival. Yeah, you could be dead if you take certain drugs back there then. You know, alcohol is a drug. Well, like I tell you on here, I keep saying, I've been sober 25 plus years from drugs and alcohol. When I started drinking a case of beer, maybe $1.25, $1.50, something like that, but look what a case of beer costs. Better than $15. I drink all kinds, you know, I used to drink Patch Blue Ribbon, Fall City. And that Fall City, man, you got to stay close to the bathroom. That gives me the runs every time I drink at Fall City. If you all remember when Carter was president, he had a brother named Billy. They came out with a Billy beer. And I bought me a couple of 6-packs back there then. He's 37 there, Chill. No, he doesn't work anymore. He was working for security, for Allied Security, which they bought some other companies. Maybe it's Allied University Security. He worked at Amazon. Then he worked as and I don't know, sales or something, fill up those machines at Amazon. Then he went back to work for a security company, work at what they call Ingram Micro, which is down there between Charlestown and Jeff on Highway 62. Ingram Micro is a warehouse for cell phones, Cricket, AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon. It's a warehouse. They check trucks in that makes delivery, pickups, drop an empty trailer off. Then they pick up a full trailer up. He loved it. And he was on the gate. He was having trouble with his back then. He got on his spine what they call spurs. I saw the x-rays. And he couldn't walk from, it hurts him to go from the bedroom to the kitchen. And can we ride 50 miles or more? Not really. He hurting. Then my knees started hurting because I got arthritis in my knees. So, he can't work. He wished he could, but, the rehab guy told the judge, when they done a 3-way call, 4-way call with the lawyer and the rehab and the judge, asked the same question they did me. With the medicine he taken, and you saw his x-rays, can he work? No. Can he sit down and do a job? No, because he can't sit that long. So he can't work, No, he doesn't work. He don't, the only thing he does when he's here, he does wash his own clothes and dry them. He buys his own food, got his little freezer in the room when he's here. If I want him to fix me something like meatloaf, he fixes it the way I want it, and I might eat one piece out of it. Because since that's the fun thing about that, Cheeto. He has high blood pressure. They do check him for his A1C. He's okay on that. His mom had it. I got it. His sister got it. My daughter's mom has about the same problems I have. All of that, but, he gets paid from Social Security. He gets paid more than I do. But I've been paying in Social Security since I was 12 years old. I've told you I get $800 to $900 a month is what I live on. Now, he gets disability. It took him over a year to get it. Because Social Security, they don't want to pay, he's so young and all this, you know. Well, I know that on the 8th. See, at the time when he signed up for disability, he had over $4,000 in his checking account. That's too much for SSI. So they gave him Social Security instead of SSI. But when his bank account got low, he should have reported to Social Security, you know, if he would got SSI. Or maybe he would got both of them. I've been on Social Security and SSI when I first started, because I applied for both of them, because I had children under the age of 18. They were small, so I needed extra money. SSI went on for maybe 6 months. I was getting close to $2,000 a month between Social Security and SSI. Well, they cut my SSI down to $10, and I told them to shove it up their ass. Then I got back on it a few later. Every time I got a raise on Social Security, they would take $1 away. What was it? In 2023, they took SSI completely away. So I don't get no SSI. All I get is Social Security on the 3rd, but February, it'd be the 2nd, since the 3rd is on Saturday, so I get that on the 2nd. But, you know, he should have got SSI. But to be on SSI, you can't have that much money in your checking account. He's a tightwad with his money. He only buys what he needs, and he saved it. You know, that's how he is. If the girls think he's going to be their sugar daddy, forget that. You got to have your own money. He would never marry you because he, you know, he's tight with his money. He probably have dated girls when he was 18, 19, but right now he's not dating anybody like me. He likes his freedom. He loves his money. He might break down by daddy something every once in a while, but not very often. Because his money, I don't ask him for any money. When he was working, when his house first burned, lucky he survived that house fire. He did pay something on the electric bill and the gasoline to take him back and forth to work when his Jeep was broke down. He did pay for that. He did help out on my electric bill because the air condition, using the washer and dryer. He did pay for that. Now he doesn't pay anything, but if I have to take him to a doctor, he does put maybe at least $20 in for gasoline. But otherwise, I don't ask him for any money. It's his money. He buys his own food. He cooks his own food. When he orders a pizza, take him up there. You know how it is when you deliver pizza. They charge you a little fee, plus you got to tip the driver. and all this, it's cheaper to go up there and pick the pizza up. So we do that sometimes. Well, I tell you something. I was getting Social Security and SSI before I was in my 60s. I got that in my probably late 30s, early 40s. Let's see. Figure out about when I got it. I was in my 40s. I have to think what year it was. So I was in my 40s when I got Social Security and SSI. When I turned 65, or was it 62? No, 66. You know, I got a hell of a raise, but to be where I should be making over $1,500 a month. If I made $1,500 a month, you know what it means? My house payment would go up. You know, my house payment is around $300 a month. That's cheap. And it was for 38 years. 38 years. Man, I'd be way over 90 some odd years old. I won't live that long. But my son's trying to build his credit up. Because I want to leave my son the house. That'll make my daughter pissed off, you know, that she would deserve it. He's going to contact a lawyer, have his will made up. And I said, well, it's best for you to have it as administrator, a couple of lawyers on there in case it passed away. He said, Dad, I want you to make one. So, you know, who can I trust to be administrator? A lawyer, because the lawyer has to follow the rules of court or the rules of thumb. So he or she ain't going to put the screws to you like your own family would do to you, like my brother did me. My brother is supposed to buy my share of the house. Since my sister is dead, he had to buy 50%. He failed to do that. Dad and Mom have, my life insurance was at State Farm in Charlestown. I got fucked out of that. I went to State Farm. The agent was Dale Robertson. So if anybody knows the corporate office for State Farm, I guess maybe I could sue for perjury or forgery or whatever you call it, because I was a beneficiary. Somehow Dale Robinson, my brother, somehow worked their way around that. Maybe signed my name to the check. I don't know. You know, I can't afford a lawyer. The house was listed for $48,000. Is what it was listed for. It's on about an acre of ground. I guess you classify it as a tiny home. It's around 600 and something square feet. Time you add closing costs to it, your home inspection, plus I had to come up with $1,000 for the first year of homeowners insurance. It was $52,000. Now the house is worth about $190,000. You know, that's how much the house is worth. Well, 48,000, see, like I said, this house was 48 $8,000 back in 2017, 18, somewhere like that. And I have done some painting. I got to get me some more white paint. You know, over here I got to get my plaster and plaster that because the cats, you know, they use that to climb up in that window. So I got to plaster the hole and sand that down before I paint it. So I wish that this house has a basement in it, but it don't. Because that way the water tank will be in the basement and your main lines to go to your bathroom, your kitchen sink, washing machine will be in the basement where it'll be warm. And the bathroom is right across from the hot water tank. When they put that new water tank in years ago, maybe a year or two after I bought the house, and I did have that home warranty, so people beware of your home warranty because they will fuck you. Nah, I wouldn't. I've been to Vegas. When I used to drive an 18-wheeler, you know, these truck stops had those one-armed bandits. I started out with the penny machines. I don't know if they got penny machines anymore. Then the nickel I won, and I decided to go to a quarter and 50-cent machine. That was bad. I lost one I won in the penny and nickel machines, but no, what I like to do, I wish God let me win a few $1 million. I have all kinds of people coming out of the woodwork, especially my kids and other people say, well, they need this or they need that, or, you know, like that one classmate of mine, she's a very nice young lady. Well, we both the same age. I told her if I ever hit the lotto, I'd buy you a new car or a new truck of your own choice. She probably wanted a new truck with 4-wheel drive and this and that. So, and what else I would do, I'd buy, you all seen the property to the west of me. I would buy that, cut those trees down, get me a good, big, heavy-duty tractor, maybe a big Kubota with a cab on it, and or the excavator, or the other thing, a track hoe, or whatever they call it, with a bush thing on the front, cut those small trees down, and get people to come in and fill it in with dirt. To put a basement underneath this house, you got to get people who specialize in it, where they could jack it up and dig out from underneath it, where you could put a basement in and run your new water line into it and your new septic tank line, and fix it where you have your heat pump and air conditioning going into your basement. I would also, after you do that, I have them put an upstairs in it, you know, make another floor. I would build onto the kitchen, come out of the kitchen about 10 feet. Then build a garage onto the kitchen, where you have a door coming out of the kitchen into the garage. I would say the garage, I have to measure how far back, at least 50 feet. 50 feet long, that way you can put 2 vehicles in it. But over the garage, you put another 1 or 2 bedrooms up there with your bay windows. But that's only a dream. Pink wave. Is that a pink wave? Hi, everybody. It's the dream. But people say, well, you win that much money, you'll go buy you some property and build you a house. Wait a minute. That means more property taxes and more of the house you have to clean. This house I got right now is big enough. It's big. Now, I've showed you my front porch, which I got to clean that up because, I got to clean that up. But I do it in the summertime if I'm able to. I like to have a bigger shed. That way, put it out in back. You got to have a foundation to sit it on. And tear down my metal shed and put your concrete base back there maybe like a shed that you can live in, run your electric lines to it. Probably have to put you another septic tank in. So, that's just a dream. I've told you all about this dream. I dream it 3 times. Usually this happens. I had a dream. This person left me over 40,000 acres. It covered 3 states. Or maybe 4. I'm thinking 3 states. You had underground bunkers that you could live in. You had your own grocery store. You had your own gas station. And you had farm animals. You had chickens and roosters. The only thing is you take in stray cats. You cannot kill any of your stray cats. That was one of the catches, the catches to it. But, maybe that person likes cats like I do. I love cats, but if they get sick, can I take them to the veterinarian? No, I can't. But I try to make their life as comfortable as I can. I stay in there and sleep with them and all that, just like Socks. He was getting to the point, he was losing weight. He didn't want to eat. So I started looking at his mouth. Right there in front, he got 2 big teeth. And the rest of his teeth is kind of gone, but I had to feed him like canned food, hams, real soft food, stuff like that. And he's putting his weight on. I do give him some milk, but I don't give my inside cats milk like I do the outside, because they're outside cats. Like the inside cats, if they drink too much milk, they end up going to the outhouse, their outhouse. That means more cleaning out stuff, especially it gives them diarrhea. So, I do give them worm medicine in their milk. That helps them out. I do give them the flea medicine. Well, there's one tomcat I can't do it because it caused him to have seizures, so I can't give him any flea medicine of any kind because he has seizures. That's Tiger the yellow cat. That's bad when kitty cat has seizures. People have seizures, but I've never known kitty cats that have seizures. But also I didn't know, when I was taking care of Mom, we had to put 2 kitty cats down. One had cancer, but also they had AIDS. I guess the damn tomcat was a gay tomcat and got AIDS. I don't know how animals catch it, but one died of cancer and AIDS, and her kid died of AIDS, so those 2 had to be put down. It was a bad thing to do, but it happens. Yeah, I've been to L.A. and Bakersfield maybe once. I used to drive an 18-wheeler for a company they call Transmedic. What we did, we pick up plasma from all the blood banks in the United States. We stopped there in Los Angeles, I guess that's what, L.A. County, I guess it is.
910.
I had 2 kitty cats that died of AIDS. That was over 15 years ago. I asked the doc, have you ever heard of dogs and cats getting that? He said, yeah, because you got a gay cat or dog. So, you know how you get it, so that's what happened. But one of them outside cats, I can't remember her name. She had cancer. She had a tumor about the size of a golf ball. Took her to the vet. They cut it out. And she took medicine, this and that. It was okay for a while. She got it back. So we brought her and her baby in the house. Well, it wasn't a baby. She's probably 5 years old, something like that. You'd be upstairs while she was down there in the basement. She would meow and all this. I went down there, I forget her name. I said, you want me to take you to the doctor and have him put you to sleep? It surprised me that she understood what I was talking about. And she meowed. I said, you tell me you want to go to the doctor and have him put you to sleep? Then she meowed again. So I talked to Mom. Mom called the vet. So we put her in the car carrier. Took that pretty female cat to the vet. They put her down. Even made the ladies in the veterinarian's office cry. Which I cried, They sent my mom a little letter, how sorry they felt for her loss because of the cat. 'Cause my mom loved cats just like I do. They kept her going, until my brother put her in the damn nursing home where He stole all her money and other stuff as usual. But karma's a bitch. God will punish him. Him, his wife, a girlfriend, or whatever the hell she is. But I miss those cats. Before Mom broke her hip, we had a cat called Blue Boy. He was a gray tomcat. Then we had a calico cat. I tell you how she got her name. I found her at McDonald's. I walked up to go into McDonald's to get me something to eat. Somebody put a baby cat in a garbage can at McDonald's. I wish I caught that son of a bitch. You know what I would have done. Took her home. I figured Mom would say get rid of it. Mom said, you got to get rid of this cat, And Mom said, what should we name you? You just one lucky cat. When Mom said lucky, that cat meowed. I said, do you want your name to be Lucky? She meowed again, because she was a lucky cat. But Blue Boy, he always, you're going to think I'm crazy. I guarantee you, anybody that's on here listens to this, you're going to think I'm a crazy old fart. But listen to your animals. Cats or dogs. I swear Blue Boy talked human. When he wanted to go outside, he sat there and said, ow, ow. And he would go out. And you say, I love you, Blue Boy. And he'd say, love you, love you. And no, I'm not crazy. My mom said, do you hear what Blue Boy said? I said, yeah, Mom. He said, out, and I love you. You're not crazy. If you are, we're both crazy. So Blue Boy went out because he wanted to go outside, catch mice and stuff like that. Well, it was hot. It was so damn hot, he had a heat stroke. So brought him in, put him down in the basement with water and canned cat food. He got better. And from that day after, Blue Boy would not go outside. Even if it was cold outside and snow on the ground, he would not go outside. There's that one bad experience. He had a heat stroke. It's a hard, he could have died. You know what happens when people get heat strokes? They get sick. They can die. That's the same thing with animals. They can get sick. They can die. But your animals, cats or dogs or horses or pigs, or, your favorite animals, they know when you're not feeling good. Just look at Kathy there. And I think it's Margaret, too. That's her daughter. Kathy knows my shoulder's hurting. That's usually she sleeps here or she sleeps on the other side. And there he is. See, Alex is down there. I think this must be Blackie. There's Socks. There's Wildcat up there by the TV. So, animals can tell you when you don't feel good. They will comfort you. Just like Kathy knows my arm hurts, and she's right there. So she's trying to take my mind off of my shoulder. Does it work? Yeah. Because you go over and pet Kathy and all this, and you tell her, thank you, Kathy, for being a good girl. Animals appreciate it. I wish girls is like an unconditional love like these animals. They give you unconditional love. Like all these cats in there used to sleep up there. They fall out. And these younger cats comes out with their ice picks, the razor blade nails. I have scratches up here. I had them on the side of my face and all that. Sometimes they want a horseplay, and I got my foot down at the edge of the bed. Lordy, I think my legs are like cushion or something. When they jump, they come out with their claws. If you see me without my clothes on or just my boxers on, you think I'm being abused by somebody. I am, my kitty cats. But being abused by a human, no. Because if I ever got abused by a human, I'll knock the shit out of them. Or shoot them or something. But my son always checks on me. If I'm not up by so-and-so time, he knows there's something wrong. Sometimes I might wake up 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I try to sleep until 10 or 11 o'clock. Because at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on WLKY, I don't know if it's CBS, ABC, I forget what channel it is. 9 o'clock, Perry Mason come on. I watch Perry Mason because that's what Mama Me used to watch. Because it sounds like my mother's telling me to watch that. And after Perry Mason is Matlock. There used to be another one with Dick Van Dyke in it, Diagnosed Murder. That's the 3 shows that Mama Me usually watch. There's another show at night I always watch with Mommy, Diagnosed Murder. And the lady, I guess, lived in Cabot Cove. She was a book writer. She solved mysteries or murders, like she helps the police out. She loved that. And 7 and 7:30 at night, what is it, The Wheel of Fortune and Double Jeopardy. I might got them 2 around backwards. She could sit there like, with Vanna Wright, where you turn the number. She can get those puzzles quicker than the people that's on the show. That's how smart my mother was. My brother said, well, she can't remember this and that. I lived with my mother until she broke her hip and put her in a damn nursing home against her wishes, had me arrested to get me out of the house, which he promised her that I still live there rent-free. All I had to do was put the utility bills in my name, which I did that way before she broke her hip. And that pissed my brother off, but he promised my mom right there and then. I don't think they had cell phones that you could video record on. I would have done that because his ass would be in trouble by not going by the wheel and all that. No, some of my tomcats, you know, you think they might be gay before they find out what a female cat is. Like John Wayne and Tiger, they know how to be a daddy. They don't do. Rooster, that's a different story. He think he's a boy. Has Rooster ever came a daddy? I say no. But the last baby that Margaret had, she had it in the closet. I've never seen tomcats do it. Usually tomcats would kill the baby tomcats. But when she was giving birth to her baby, Margaret, that is, Cappy, Nancy, Blackie, Billy, and all that both John Wayne and Tiger was right in the closet with her. When they was first born, they was cleaning the afterbirth up. They was helping the mommy out. I've never seen a tomcat do that in over 60-some odd years. So that's something to think about. And like Timothy McGee, the newest tomcat, I thought he was a female cat at first. But yeah, people, I can tell the difference between a female cat and a tomcat. But he was a young one, but he wasn't quite developed like he is now. But he's a cat that's different from any of the tomcats in there. He likes to sleep in the bathroom, on the kitchen sink, or in a bathtub. If I go in there to take a bath, he's up on the kitchen sink. When my son goes to the outhouse and has to do number 2, Timothy McGee jumps on his lap. I said, Timothy, how can you stand to be in there? You got to have a gas mask on, you know. But Timothy McGee is different. He's a real lovable kitty cat. He's a strange tomcat, but you know, I like to get those 4 tomcats fixed. But I think what does it cost for a tomcat? $200? 2 for, you know, that'll cost me $800 to have him fixed. Unless, I know they got vouchers, but the last vouchers I got, I had to take him over to Louisville, Kentucky, what they call the SNP clinic. They check him for fleas and get their shots. Then you get the vouchers. Then you have to go up Interstate 64 West to a town they call Georgetown, Indiana. You have to be there at 7 o'clock in the morning to drop your kitty cats off. Then you come back home. Then 12 o'clock you got to go back there, pick them up. And then you take your next bunch of pretty cats up there and have them fixed and do the same thing again. You know, I got this pet carrier. See, it probably would hold maybe 2. Can I put all 4 of them in? It'd be kind of close quarters. But, you know, have to wait and see. Oh, my son must be in there on the toilet. Because he must telling Timothy McGee to get down, so. You know, Blue Boy was a good kitty cat. But what my brother done with Blue Boy, Lucky, and Tiny, I don't know. It was Mom's cats and my cats. But God would take care of his ass when it's time. So, you know, oh, but, you know, people, I love cats. So I'm going to ask you again to donate Tom Cartwright 4375 at Post Office Box number 1, Charlestown, Indiana, zip code 47111. So if that check be here tomorrow like it's supposed to be, I will have a savings account. I think that'll cost, $100. So if you send a regular post office money order, then I can deposit it in there. But I've told you, even I'm going to tell the people on Twitch, I'm not a full-blooded YouTube person. Until I get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I think I'm up to 500 watch hours the last time I checked it. So I'm hoping the Ups man will be here around 8 to 9 o'clock in the morning. That way I can take it to the bank, open up a savings account, get a cashier's check where I can send Leaf Filter some money. It's not what they want because I owe Leaf Filter $2,000. They probably get $500 to $600. But I knew, you know, I got what they call bad luck. You know, bad luck seems to follow me around. Just like your people. I know you want to donate through YouTube. I understand that. You can't donate anything through YouTube. So 1,000 subscribers, it's going to take me 10 to 12 months before I get that many. I have noticed when I live stream out of my automobile, I get more people that subscribes to me. That takes gas money. For what I saw today, gas is still under $3. So I need gas money. Like I say, I don't know if these gas stations got gift cards or not. Sunoco, Shell, Marathon. I don't know if they got gas cards or not. If you do send a gas card or a gift card, put a letter in it telling me how much it is. If a gas card, I guess I keep going until it clicks off. If you send other gift cards, like, you know, I got cats, you say, well, use that to buy you some cat food at PetSmart or Walmart. You know, this is how much it is. Then you know what bag of cat food you need. Or especially if you want me to get dry food or canned food. You all know what it is in your state. And I told you the cat food that I buy in 44-pound bags at Tractor Supply is $29 for the bag. They call that multiple cats. It's in a white bag. If you go to Tractor Supply, you see that. And Indiana sales tax on it is 7% on the dollar. So every dollar you spend is 7%. So on a dollar, it'd be $7.07. So you can send stuff for my cats. One person that texts me or however they do or made a comment said, could you use one of those climbing posts where they can sit on it and got a little house? I said, I know you can't ship that unless you have to put it together. You can't send that through the U.S. mail, anything like that. I guess PetSmart has something like that. So, if you got a PetSmart store, there's one in Clarksville, there's one in Jeff. That's about 20 miles away to the south. About 20. Somewhere between 20 and 25 miles away. If there ain't no detour, but I try to stay off of 65. It scares me when I get on 65. I don't care getting run over by a car or 18-wheeler, because you got crazy people that don't pay attention. So, a non-paid sponsor is Pepsi Zero Sugar. Maybe somebody let Pepsi know what I'm doing. How would I want to get paid? Say, well, they could pay me $25 to $50 a month. That way I could do more live streaming in my automobile. I know they make 24 packs of Pepsi and I think a 36-pack of Pepsi. And I usually stop at the dollar store, the general dollar store, at 32 Leota Road in Scottsburg, which is right there at the corner of 31 and 356. I guess they have a Scottsburg address, I would think, but that general dollar store address is 32 Leota Road, Scottsburg, Indiana. You can leave the paperwork there and say, well, people, when Tom Cartwright comes in here, the Pepsi drivers, I said, he got a YouTube channel. I said, he lives out in the country. He comes in here once or twice a week, but he always comes in here on Wednesday and get the local newspapers. So I'm going to get off of there because my butt is hurting on my tailbone. So I want to thank you, Tito. Like I said, if that $1,000 check come in tomorrow, you see me doing a live stream from my automobile to the bank. Then I will shut it off because I don't want to do a live streaming in the bank. I'm respectful for it like that. Then, get a cashier's check made out to Leaf Filter. I made it and tell them, I said, I only got $1,000, so, I'm being honest with them, so So I want to thank you all on Twitch. No matter if you came from Instagram up here and didn't put in the chat. As you know, I do not get paid from YouTube. I'm not a full-blooded YouTuber. You said, what's a full-blooded YouTuber? A full-blooded YouTuber is one that got 1,000+ subscribers, 4,000+ watch hours. That's a full-blooded YouTuber. And I've told you who God wants you to donate to. We're St. Jude's, the Shriners, Habitat Humanity, and the Wounded Warriors. That's one thing God wants you to do. If I told you, if you want to buy me a computer, you look at that video, that shows you the computer that I need to live stream on. What'll happen if my cell phone quits working? Then I can't live stream anymore. So that'll help me out. So I want to say God bless you. God, keep an eye on these YouTubers and help them to donate whatever they can. Amen. So, thank you all. And God also help them people to stay sober from alcohol and drugs. That's one thing that's important for me since I've been 25+ years. So God bless you all. Good night and peace, my friend. God loves you.